to make it up to today's session. Okay, yeah. Thanks again, everyone, for joining in today. And let me give you a quick overview of what we have planned for all of you in this complete series. So this is a collaborated series. ADPList and Lottiefiles are bringing this for you. This is on motion design. We're going to cover a lot of different aspects of how you can get started in motion design using Lottiefiles and using different design softwares, be it Figma, be it Adobe After Effects. We're going to cover Canva and a lot of different tools as well. So today is the day wherein we are going to cover up the initial bit of things how Lottiefiles and Figma can be used together. The session agenda will progress in a way wherein we will introduce you about things about Lottiefiles. We'll be creating animations, and this is going to be a live workshop type event wherein you can get an understanding of how things actually go. We don't want to make it as a theory or a lecture kind of thing. We want you to really understand the power of motion design and how do you actually use Lottiefiles, right? And that is when the Figma to Lottie Creation Workshop will start with. We will do a live demo, and we'll also open the floor for participants to try the Figma to Lottie plugin. And in the entire session, in the entire flow, feel free to ask your questions in the chat box. We might be taking a couple of questions during the session, and if we miss on something, we will definitely take it towards the end of the session. And please remember, the entire goal is to help you get started with motion design. So we are very, very excited to help you with that. Then we'll go into implementing animations, the handoffs, embed, and asset links part of it. You can implement your animation once you're done. And lastly, the most exciting part, I would say, what's next at Lottiefiles? Because the team at Lottiefiles dropped in a new plugin today. They're also going to talk a little about that, plus what you can expect further in the future from the tool. Right. So to share all these details, we have two wonderful speakers with us. First is Celsia, joining in from Malaysia. Celsia is the brand manager at Lottiefiles, is an art director and designer with a passion for developing brand and visual solutions that drive business objectives. And we also have with us Sanji, who's joining us from India. He's a motion designer at Lottiefiles, and he has a strong creative flair and a dedication to bringing ideas to life through captivating animations, engaging explainer videos, and dynamic visual content. So I won't take a lot of your time, and let's dive into today's session then. Over to you, Sanjeev and Celsia.
Can you hear me, Utkarsh?
Yeah.
Can everyone hear? Okay, cool. Yeah, hello everyone. First of all, thank you so much, Utkarsh and Felix from ADPList team who made this thing possible to happen, and everyone who attend this session today. We're so excited to have this with you all. My name is Celsi, and I'm taking care of all things brand at Lottiefiles, and I'm not alone. Sanji is here. He's very talented motion designer. He'll be giving us really cool workshop in a bit. So I will just go next to our agenda today. There will be, I'll introduce a little bit about Lottiefiles, Lottie Creation, Figma to Lottie Workshop, how to implement it, and a glimpse of what's going to happen next at Lottiefiles. I think most of you might already know or don't know about Lottiefiles, but for those who doesn't know what it is, Lottiefiles is a platform for community where you can discover, you can create animation, you can collaborate, you can testing animation amongst designers, stakeholders, developers. So basically for everyone that involved in your motion project. There will be sound here. So why are the world most loved buttons are Lottie animation? I think most of you are very familiar with all these, like from YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify. And maybe we gonna touch a bit more on the motion itself. So motion evokes emotion. I think that's why most of us enjoy looking at memes, sending stickers on Telegram or WhatsApp, because it simply help us to connect and convey our feeling better rather than ha ha ha. I think all of us agree on that. And another thing is motion is a universal language. So everyone from everywhere could understand the same animated graphics. We all agree here that we are looking at the dog walking. And so Lottiefiles' mission is to bring motion on every website, every app, and digital screen on the planet. And that's possible because of a file format called Lottie. So if you don't know what is Lottie, it's higher in quality because it's code-based, so it's way smaller than if you see here the comparison on dinosaur, elephants, and a puppy. Lottie is a tiny little puppy, and the PNG sequence is this huge dinosaur. Jiv is a bit smaller, the elephant, and Lottie is just extremely small. And it supports all format. And I think that's why these three giants has been using Lottie in their products. And you might wonder, is it just tech giants that can use Lottie? No, actually, because there are about 7 million designers and developers from around 250,000 brands from various industry, name it from e-commerce to news to lifestyle brands, they all using Lotties. And so why do product designers love Lottie animation? I think all product designers care about the first thing, which is increase the engagement, increase the stickiness of their product. And when things are moving on your screen, your eyes are automatically looking at it. So when you look at it a bit more than the static image, of course, it will make your interest higher and you want to click or stay a bit longer on that page. So that will bring the increase on the conversion. And when it increase your conversion, it of course will your user will highly likely to convert. And it's interactive and personalized as well. And as you know, like today, most downloaded apps are use Lottie animation to make products stand out, look aesthetically pleasing, and engage user deeply. Because animation doesn't only give like some of the products using animation in a very fun and it's really surprising, but some of it use it for something that's very calming, like a headspace. If you're using the app, we're gonna talk a bit more about this. So you know about Disney, right? Like Disney is like a very fun, it brings you that childhood memory, all this magic. It happens easily and the user experience it easily because there is motion in their product. But then Headspace see it differently. They think it's they depend on the quality and the control of the Lottie can afford, because some of their program in their products, it even synchronize with the timing. So you breathe in 4 count and your animation is actually, the time frame is 4 counts. And the other brand, this is actually in Korea. They think big action and flashy motion are not the only way to create cool and effective experience. So it can be just like very simple, sophisticated illustration, but the motion gives another level of experience to the user. So as you can see, whatever brands that you're working on, either it's fun, it's for kids, for adults, for professional, for business, for e-commerce, motion can take part in it, and it actually can strengthen your brand. We have some more real experience, real life examples. Scan this QR code, and then you can find a lot more examples that we already shared in our website. And Lottiefiles, it's an ecosystem for you. It's literally anything you need to do for your motion design project. You can go to Lottiefiles and find the feature or product there. So you can create, you can collaborate, you can implement animations. So it's from start to finish. And to create Lottie animation, we have multiple options for you. So for you that are like marketers or someone like, I don't know how to create motion, or like I don't even know, After Effects or whatever, you can go to our public library, you can scroll. We have so many free animations that you can use for free. And the second option, if you are like, oh, I'm familiar with Figma, but I don't know how to animate, you can go to Figma and use Lottie plugin, which is Sanji gonna give us a bit of workshop after this. And then if you are like, oh, I know what I'm doing with motion, and you are really well versed with Adobe After Effects, we have After Effects plugin where you can export your animation to Lottie and bring it into the workspace. So to create Lottie animation, we provide it for any level of animation skill that you have. So I think I'm gonna give it over to Sanjib to share with us his tips and trick on creating animation. I'll stop.
Hey, Celsi.
Yeah, let me stop my sharing screen. Okay, over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Celsi, for this awesome introduction. So, hi, everyone. I'm Sanjeev. I'm a motion designer here at Lottiefiles. And today I'm very excited and happy to share some of the things that we have been working in Lottiefiles. And yeah, so let me just start with sharing my screen. And yeah. Just let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, can do.
Okay, all right. So yeah, so let me just give you an overview that what we're going to do today. So we're going to be doing mostly three things. So we're going to be giving you an overview of the plugin, how it works, and we'll also do a live demo of creating a simple loading animation. And also after that, we'll all get together and try the plugin out together and see some awesome stuff being created by you. So yeah, very excited for that. And after that, I will also give you an example on how to hand off that animation that we created in the live demo and implement it on a platform like Framer. So yeah, so let's get started by opening the plugin. As you can see, I have this Figma file open. So Figma is, as you all know, is one of the most popular design software where people can come together and design stuff. And we have this plugin for Lottiefiles over here. So to open that, what you have to do is go here in the resources icon and click here. And you have this three options: components, plugin, and widgets. So if you click on plugin, as you can see, I already have used Lottiefiles. That's why it sits in the recent tab. But if you're new, opening it for the first time, you just search Lottiefiles over here. And the Lottiefiles plugin will come. You just click here and it will start loading. So as you can see, it just opened since I was logged in before. But if you're a new user, you'd have to log in, create a free account with Lottiefiles, and you can log in from here. And once you open it, you see you have 4 tabs on top. That is Discover, Workspaces, Export to Lottie. This is where all the magic happens. So we'll talk about it a little bit later. And Import. So we'll mostly focus on these 3 for today. So you discover what happens. As I have said, we are one of the largest freely available, publicly available, animation library that we have. And what you can do over here, you can kind of search the entire library with keywords by using this search bar. So, for example, so when we initially introduced this plugin for Figma, this plugin was merely a animation discovery tool. Like designers to come and look for animation to use it in their design prototypes. For example, for example, if you are creating a music player app and you need some animation on a page where the music's playing, like those animated bars. So what you can do, you can just search with a keyword like music. Let's see what comes up. And yeah, so as you can see, we have different types of animation that goes inside music. And if you click one, you see, if you're looking for an animation like this, you can use it as a GIF to be used in your prototype. And also you can use a certain frame as an SVG by clicking over here. And if you want to change its color and customize it a little bit, you can click here on the customize button. And from here, you can choose a color palette and change its color based on your design. So yeah, so after it's done, you can directly upload this animation to your workspace. And also you can just right away use it in your design by exporting it to GIF. So that's that for Discover. So yeah, so initially, before we introduced Export to Lottie, initially this plugin was merely a discovery tool for animation. But after we introduce Export to Lottie, it is not only a discovery tool. Now we can create animation from this plugin. So yeah, that's awesome. And on the next tab, you have Workspace. So this is where all the animation that you have in your workspace, you will directly access them from here. You don't need to go to a browser and search for animation there. You can directly access them over here. So as you can see, this is my private animation. If I select here, it will take some time to load. And after that, you can see the animation that I have inside my private animation will show up. It's taking some time, so I'll just give it another try. Okay, all right. Maybe it's because of the internet. I don't know. So yeah, so this is where you can browse the private animation. It will show over here. And after that, if you are part of a workspace of a company, those are also will show up over here, and you can access those animation from here. So after that, you have Export to Lottie. So this is where you can create animation. So primarily, there are two ways you can create animation. One, that is you can simply select a frame and and after that you can select a preset and export that into a Lottie. And another way would be having a series of frames, connect them with interaction in prototype mode, and export that entire flow into a Lottie animation. So we'll talk about it in detail later. So let's understand the creation of Lottie with a few examples over here. So as you can see, we have a few examples of frames. So over here, you have two ways to create animation. One, export to Lottie, and one, select a prototype flow. So when you click here, when you click a frame, and this button gets activated. So if you click export to Lottie, instantly, you see the animation is happening. As you can see, I have a few presets over here lined up over here. And if I click on this presets, this animation changes based on whatever you have inside this frame. So let's suppose I want to use this preset that is pulse. And I think the speed of this animation is a little bit faster. So what I can do to make it a little bit slower, we can click here at the settings button. And this box will open up. So over here, you see you have duration, start delay, and end delay. So in duration, if I increase this 20 frames to somewhere like 100, then what I can do, I can slow this entire animation a little bit. So if you play, the animation is playing a little bit slower. But I also want some delay to happen before it starts. So I want this animation to start after some time. Right now it is starting from 0 frames. I want some delay to happen before it begins. So I'll just put 50 frames. So what happens now, it is delaying for some time. Then after 50 frames, it's starting. And I also want to have some delay at the end also. I want this animation to stay for some time before it starts over and happens again. So for that, what I will do, I increase this end delay also for like another 50 frames. So yeah, as you can see, once this animation is done, it is staying for some time for like 50 frames. And if you want to increase this, you can obviously go here and increase it. So yeah, this is how you can create animation with a single frame. And after you are done, you can click here to export, save to that in your workspace. It will export that entire thing into a Lottie and save that in your workspace. From where you can implement that same animation to different platforms. So that is one example. We can understand this a little bit better by you know by using another example, that is this one. So as you can see, we have an icon for a fingerprint scanner where this icon was made with a few paths. So there is one preset that is there in the preset panel, that is trim path. So if you click here, you can see you can achieve this cool looking trim path animation very easily just by using a few clicks. As you can see, all this trim path animation are happening at the same time. So there is also one way of doing this. You can also change this, change this animation to happen in a sequential basis. So if you click here in layer animation and change it to sequential, what will happen? The order, the animation will happen in order. So if you want to achieve this kind of an animation, you can easily do that using this plugin. And if you want to increase or decrease the speed of the animation, you can always go inside and change this frame number to change its speed. So yeah, so once you're done, you can click here, save to workspace, and after that you will be asked to select a folder where you want to save. And I'll just select private animation and I'll click on save. Okay, some error occurred. Okay, I'll go back and I'll open my private animation. Let me open the plugin once again. It happens sometimes. I'll go to workspace. I'll select we try to export it once again with the same settings. Save to workspace. So if I go back and check out my private animation in the browser, just give it some time. That's the thing with live demo, right? Okay, anyways, we'll just try it after some time. Maybe because of the internet. Okay, so we will move on to the second way of creating animation, where I have said you can create animation with a number of frames that is connected with instances in prototype mode, and you can export the entire flow into a Lottie. So, for example, we have this 3 frames, and if you go to prototype, you can see we already have made the uh, interaction. So from first frame, it is going to the second frame, and then to the third frame. In the first frame, we have this rectangle in a rhombus shape, and in the second frame, this rectangle is rotating, giving it the shape like this. And in the third frame, it is again going back to the shape where it was before. So if I come to export to Lottie and select this flow, that is flow number 27 from here. As we have so many examples, that's why this list is long. So we'll just select flow number 27 and see this animation is happening. So what's happening here from first frame, this rectangle is rotating, and again it's rotating to go to the third frame. So this is one of those simple animations that you can achieve with this type of thing. And once you're done with this, you can go here and save it to Workspace. So initially, when we introduced export to Lottie, it was not supported by features like masking, Boolean shape, and gradient color. But over time, we kept pushing updates to make available all those features, so that not only simple designs like this, but also you can export complex designs like this, where if you look at this design, this candle design, it has so many things going on, like right from this Boolean shape, and you have this shadow inside this Boolean shape. So all these things are now you can able to export to Lottie. So as you can see, we already have made the connection over here. And if you just go ahead and simply use this flow name, that is Boolean 0, Boolean 2. So you can achieve this kind of an animation. So one more thing that we have done is, getting support for the for text animation. So as you can see in this example, we have different weights of the same same text. And if I play this animation and show you text flow on. So what it is doing, it is going through each frames, and it is transitioning from different weights of the same text. So there's also small note to be remembered over here, is that it only works with font that are variable. Like variable fonts has this allowance where you can slide through different weights. It's not limited to only regular or bold, but in variable fonts, for example, this one, this is recursive. If you go here, you can see variable font access. You have this thing called slider. You can increase and decrease the weight. So this type of animation can be only achieved with the fonts that supports this variable functionality. So yeah, so one last example we would give before we move on to the next agenda is that you can now export animation that uses gradient. So for example, if you export this one, that is gradient flow 1, as you can see here, all these frames has all these objects, and they have gradient color applied to it. And while they're transitioning from one frame to the other, the gradient color is also changing. So you can also achieve very nice looking animation by using this feature. So yeah, so that was about the plugin. I think we have a good overview of the plugin and how it can create animation by simply, exporting a flow or, selecting a frame and using a preset. So now we will move on to, the live demo that we have been talking about. Is that we will animate this logo for a hypothetical app that is that is a water tracker app that we are building. We want to animate this logo where this flow of water will fill up as time passes, and again it will come back again, and it will cover the entire shape. So for that, what we need, we would need these two shapes. One, this outer ellipse with a stroke applied to it, and another one, this ellipse. So we will use this ellipse as a mask to mask this entire shape. So I already have made this shape to save some time. So what will happen? So this shape will go inside this ellipse, and it will go from right to left while it is going up. So as the animation happen, this shape will go diagonally from bottom right corner to top left corner, like this. And also we will make a duplicate of this shape and keep it behind, so that we have this kind of a depth. And we will also decrease the shade of this blue a little bit, so that we have this depth of a thing. So what I will do, I will select this and move it inside this frame, and I will come here in the layers panel, and I will keep this ellipse that I want to mask inside at the bottom, and keep this shape on top. And I will select both of this and click on mask. So now as you can see, I have this shape masked inside this ellipse. So as you can see, if I move it from right to left, it is giving you a sense of water flowing thing. So what I will do, I will keep it here, and I will make a duplicate of this same shape by Command D. And I will select the shape that's being duplicated, that is right there at the bottom. And I will move it a little and change its color to a lighter shade, so that we have this kind of a depth kind of a feeling. And what I will do, I will move it all the way to the left side. Somewhere here or here. Okay, all right. So I have these two shapes that is right now at the extreme left and extreme right. So what I will do, I will select these both shapes and move them down on their y-axis, all the way down at a point where you don't see any, anything. Okay. On the next step, I will duplicate this frame and select this both shape and try to move up. And I will keep it somewhere here. So the shape that I have at the front, I will move it on its x-axis to its extreme left. Somewhere here will, yeah, here. And the shape that I have at the back, I will do exactly the opposite. I will move it towards the extreme right. So I'll just select here and move it like this. Oh. Yeah. And once I'm done with this, I will select both this shape and pull both of them all the way up like this, so that it feels like it's filled up. And so after this animation is done, I want this animations to stay for some time. So for that, I will create another duplicate and keep it as it is. Okay. So now that we have designed this entire, frames, I will go to the next step, that is going to the prototype mode and start making the connections. So I'll select the first frame and I will connect with the second frame with this interaction. And on click, I will change it to after delay, and I'll keep 500 millisecond. So I want this animation to start after 500, after some time. So I'll keep it somewhere like 500 milliseconds. And I will change this instant to smart animate. And I will I will do a custom Bezier easing that is like this. And the duration, I will keep somewhere like 5,000 milliseconds. So this type of easing, what we will do, the animation will start very slow. And once it's starting, once it goes inside in the middle, it starts slow and goes very fast, and also ends very slowly. Yeah. And after that, I will also make another connection from frame 4 to 5. And I will keep it somewhere like 500 milliseconds. Okay. So as you can see, it automatically have put a flow for me that is here. So if you don't have a flow, you can just click here, this one, to add a flow so that you can export into Lottie in the plugin. Okay, so I'll just open the plugin once again. Now the next step would be to go to export to Lottie and select this flow, that is flow number 35 from the list. So as you can see, so from first frame to the second frame, both the shapes are going to its opposite direction and they're going up to give you a sense of feeling like it is filling with water. And after it is done, it is waiting for some time and then it is again starting. Okay, so once you're done with this animation, you can click here, save to workspace. And I will choose private animation and click on save. I hope it works this time. Hmm. Oh, yes, it's opened. I'll go to my private animations. Generally, it doesn't take so much time, but today I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, sorry to cut in between. So while we're waiting for it to load up, we have a question from Megha. What was the use of the third frame where no changes are there in the water loop?
Okay, all right. So what's happening was that I want these animations to stay for some time. So that's why I added another frame. Sorry. That's why I added another frame with no nothing, with no change, so that the animation starts from this frame, goes up to here, and once it's done animating, it stays for some time. So that's why I added another frame, so that the animation stays for some time before it starts again. So that's why I've added another frame over here. And for that, I have added like 500 millisecond time for this. So if I want this to stay for longer, I will increase this amount.
Okay, thank you. Maybe let's take another one if it's taking a little longer to load. The next
Yeah.
one is from Rishi. The question being, what is the difference between parallel and sequential?
Okay. All right. So I will take the same example as we have, seen before. So as you can see, this icon is made of all these layers, as you can see over here. So if you select this frame and go to export to Lottie and select trim path, so right now it is the settings is parallel. Like all this path animation are happening parallelly. Like they're happening from start to finish parallelly. But if we select this to sequential, the animation are happening in this order, like how it is there in your layers panel. First, if you look at it slowly, first, this four corner path lines are happening. Then after that, one after the other, the trim parts are happening. So yeah, that's the difference between parallel and sequential. I will give it another try. If not, we can move on to the next. Okay, maybe it'll take some more time to load. Generally, it doesn't happen. Maybe we have to check. Maybe because of my internet. So yeah, so I think we have a fair idea about like how we can create animation inside Figma using this plugin. Now I will invite everyone, to this Figma file, so that we can get our hands dirty and create some animation together. So please scan this QR code and come to open the Figma file. Also, if you can put the link in the chat so that everybody can easily access it.
Yeah, I just sent the Figma link so everyone can join in and try.
Nice. So as you can see over here, we have created these shapes for you to start with. So you can use these shapes to create your animation, or you can design your own. But please make sure that you use these colors so that once you done with your animation, we can share it with our audience. And also, please don't forget to leave your name with your handles for Twitter and Instagram, so that we can tag you once we share it with our audience. So yeah, and during this we'll spend about like 15 to 20 minutes for this workshop. And during this time, if you are stuck anywhere, please feel free to put your question on chat. We'll try our best to answer them.
Sanjeev, a couple of people are asking in the chat if you can please repeat what they're required to do in this exercise.
Yeah, sure. What we will do in this workshop is that we all want, to try this plugin by ourselves, so that we can get a hands-on experience with this plugin. So what we will do is we will use this shape. If you can follow my screen, we will use this shapes to create some fun animation, whatever that you come up with. And if you want to create your own shape, you can also do that. But please make sure that you use these colors from this palette. Yeah, and after you're done with the animation, please leave your name and your handles for Twitter and Instagram along with your name, so that we can tag you once when we share your animation with our audience. So yeah, basically that's it. So I can see people have already started, with their frames and stuff. So I think we are running out of time. You guys still, have access to this file. You can spend more time to, create all this. We'll sure come back and look at the creation that you have done. So yeah. I think now we can move on to the next leg of this session, that is implementation. The animation that we have created, how we can implement the same animation in a platform like Framer. So for that, what we need to do is we need to open the animation that we have created in our workspace. Finally. I'll just again try to export this. Save. So as you can see over here, the animation was saved, but it was not updated in the plugin itself. So yeah, so once you upload it using the plugin in your workspace, you will see in your private animation. So as you can see this one. So I'll just click here. Okay. Just give it some time. So it's not allowing me to do the implementation. Maybe we can have another session where we go through each step once again while it functions properly. It can be due to my internet. So yeah, very sorry for that. So yeah, I think it's done from my side. I will just hand it over to Sanji.
Thank you, Sanjeev. Yeah, I think we will extend the public editing for everyone who joined the call today until tomorrow morning, and after that we will be cleaning up the board. And yeah, and please don't forget to put your social handles, your name, because we would love to also feature the cool animation that you've created today. And let me share my screen. Can everyone see my screen? Okay. So we're almost reaching the end of this session. And so what's next? As we are working towards making motion accessible, there will be Lottie Creator, as you can see on on the screen, where you can create animation easily with intuitive interface and cool motion preset. So yeah, stay tuned and follow our Instagram and X or Twitter for more information about Lottie Creator. And another exciting thing that Utkarsh just mentioned earlier, we just launched Lottiefiles plugin for Canva. And here is a very cool video explainer about it, and that's done by Sanji. So yeah, I think we believe motion is the next evolution in design, and we hope we all keep moving. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a lot, Sanjeev. Thanks a lot, Chelsea, for joining us today. And thanks a lot, everyone. And as Chelsea said, they're going to extend the editing version of the file for a little while till tomorrow. So if you have not yet been able to try your hands out on it, do make sure to try it out. And we will also be sharing the recording of this session with you later today, so that you can have a look at the notes. If you want to revisit something, you have it handy for you, right? And just to summarize, so this was the first of the entire motion series that Lottiefiles and ADPList are doing together. We'll be back again, covering up more tools, more features every other week. So this is going to happen every other week. And yeah, so you will see us next week now. Thanks a lot again for joining us, and see you later then. Bye. Have a great one.
Thank you so much, Utkarsh, and thank you everyone again.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.